Alicia Daniel Hall with the Kai's Realty and the Hibbert Group with this week's market report. I'm going to switch it up a little bit and I'm going to actually start with Boca this week because we had some really interesting things that happened in Boca. First of all, we had 5 properties that had their sales completed and we had 7 new listings. The average days on the market for those 5 properties that sold was 457 days. And the average sales price for the week is $6 million. So what was interesting about Boca this week is the average days on the market, the 457. Sometimes properties stay on the market really, really long, right? And there are different reasons. One reason why a property can stay on the market for a long time is it's overpriced. And so we had that situation. The median property, it sold for $6 million. And I mean, it's a beautiful house. If you look at the old listing from the last time it was sold to the new photos, at some point they must have demolished the prior house because this is not the same house. It is beautiful. When they originally listed it almost a year ago, so it was originally listed last November. So we're in the end of October and it just sold this past week. And when they listed it, it was listed for $7.4 million. Almost a year later, they reduced it and accepted and closed at $6 million. Contrast that to another property that sold this week in Boca, and it sold for $12 million. And that property was only on the market for exactly 5 months. So some people might assume, oh, the reason why that first property was listed for so long is simply because it's in the $1 million range. Not necessarily, because we had a $12 million home that sold within 5 months. So that means there was most likely an issue with that $6 million listing. It wasn't an issue of, okay, because it's in the $1 million range, it's going to be longer, because that's absolutely not true. For Deerfield Beach, the situation was a little bit different. We had 1 completed sale. We had 2 new listings that popped onto the market this week, and the average days on the market was a 100. So in this instance, we only had 1 sale, so we're only talking about that 1 property. It was on the market for 100 days. Between listing to closing. And the median price, again, we only had 1 sale. So the property that did sell, it sold for $485,000. Now this week was actually the start of early voting. I am not going to tell you how to vote or whom to vote for. I am just asking that everyone please remember to go out there and express your voice and vote. Vote early. October 19th was the first day of early voting here in South Florida. And of course, we have Election Day on November 3rd. Please be sure to go out there, vote, and have your voice counted. Thanks, and I will see you again next week for the market report update.